microphone is working. I'm gonna be playing some games while talking about this Pinocchio movie that Tom Kenny and Pauly Shore and John Heder voiced in. And everyone
Father,
was
when
hating
can I
on it
leave
and
to be on my
saying like,
own?
"Oh,
I've got the
Pinocchio
whole
sounds
world to see.
fruity." Okay, nothing. I have nothing against LGBT, by the way. In fact, I think the gay-sounding Pinocchio voice kind of makes him sound a little bit more like a teenager, whereas, like, I don't like the Disney version where he's a little kid. And this is a weird way to start off a video, I know, but I'm just giving some commentary. I'm gonna be playing like some online like old Flash games and giving my commentary on what I think of like certain movies, whether or not they're from Disney or, you know. And I'm playing an Ever After High game, which, by the way, I'm not going to get into it with this, but Disney did ruin Ever After High by coming up with this thing called Descendants. And I know a lot of 2010s kids grew up with that movie. I was born in 2002, so I did not watch Descendants, and people are gonna say like, "Oh, but you were the target demographic for it, and don't be playing like that." But like, honestly, when it came out, I was not really into the Disney Channel anyways. I stopped watching Disney Channel around, okay, I'm 22 right now. I stopped watching Disney Channel around 2014-ish because that's when they were, okay, that's, to tell you the truth, they got rid of this website and I was like, okay, I loved Frozen, but I was also kind of in a love-hate relationship with Disney. Like, I was so mad when they got rid of that art website that I used to use, and that's also around the same time they got rid of Club Penguin as well, which also made me mad. Oh, come on, I want to give this girl blue hair in this dress-up game, whatever. And I'll be talking about that in a little bit with the blue hair thing, too. Anyways, I'm not a Disney fan. There's a few things I like from Disney, not much, however. And I don't really care for the old movies. I have a grudge against them mostly for a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff from their older movie that just did not age well. A lot of people are like praising them because they were the childhood favorites. But honestly, like, a lot of Disney stuff did not age well, so like, give it a rest. But still, regardless of how you feel about Disney or whatever, everybody's entitled to their own opinions. Nothing can make me like some of those old vintage movies, but like, the only one I really stick up for is Dumbo. I'm here to talk about Pinocchio since yesterday was Pinocchio Day. And I'm also here to talk about like the different versions of Pinocchio, like the Tom Kenny, John Heder, Pauly Shore version, which was based off, okay, the Russian version of Pinocchio is Buratino, I think is how you say it, but yeah, it's totally different. And they have a blue-haired girl called Malvina, who's, I guess, based off the blue-haired fairy? I don't know, but like, blue hair. She's supposed to have blue hair. She's not supposed to have blonde hair. She's not supposed to be bald. She's supposed to have blue hair. I don't like either of the Disney versions. I don't care for the live action one, and I don't care for the 1940s version either. I think both the Disney ones suck. Yeah, there's no game for any of the ones I like, just the stupid Disney version. And like, some people are gonna say that they like the old designs from the 2D Disney movies. I personally don't care for them. But you know, you're entitled to your own opinions, that's fine. I typed in Buratino and because none of the games with Pinocchio were that good, so I looked up Buratino instead. And yeah, nothing there. So I'm gonna play a game called Bursting Ball. I hate saying that on YouTube. I played this before, I think. But anyways, there's this Russian movie that's been going around that this it had like this meme with the Barbie dolls singing, and it's like bum 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 ba 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 ba, and I don't know if I can edit this in there, but like the movie was adorable, and except for this one particular scene that made me mad, the way the guy was touching that little girl, I think was a weird thing to put. But like, this guy was the villain, so like, we all know that he was bad, and like, he got what he deserved anyways. He was turned into like a tiny robot bug thing at the end. So like, but the movie is called Buratino's Return, and I can't say the title in Russian. I'll try to translate it. Like, I can't really read Russian letters. I have a friend who can understand Russian, but she's not in this video. She's not right here right now. But if she's gonna watch the video, she'll probably translate it for me eventually. But like, anyways, Bertino's Return is kind of like another adaptation, and they still keep the blue-haired girl, and her name is Malvina, and she's absolutely an icon. Like, she's hilarious in the movie, and I love her design, and like, they make her look so cute. I want to play a dress-up game where I get to give the girl blue hair. I was trying to make Malvina in one of the dress-up games. Oh wait, there's this other Ever After High game. I'm pretty sure I already made Malvina in this game before. It's the dress-up game. So anyways, as I continue to talk about that Pinocchio movie / Buratino, there's, okay, like, I have like 2 complaints about it basically. Like, it's not a bad movie at all. It's really cute, but like, everybody seems to like the old Disney one better. I don't understand why. I understand if you grew up with it, it's hard to hate something you grew up with. I get that. But like, there's a lot of things I see wrong with the old Disney Pinocchio movie. Like, okay, first off, I think it's really creepy. Second of all, I'm not used to watching old movies. So like, maybe to most people they like the old animation. To me, on the other hand, I'm a little bit creeped out by it. Not just a little bit, but like, I think the designs look weird, and I think that I don't really care for the style that much either, honestly. I know I'm not the majority of people. I mean, like, it's just my opinion. I'm not hating on you if you like that old classic style. It's just not for me. And like, people always hate on like their newer designs and stuff. I get they're not your thing, but like, To me, I kind of like the newer style than the old classic Disney style. But just the style is a different thing. I think the designs are just creepy to begin with, like the donkeys and some of the way they drew this one guy I saw in the old Disney one. He looked kind of racially portrayed, like they gave him like the big lips and everything. And I think that's, and like the fact that they made everybody but the fairy look cartoony is weird to me as well. Like, does anyone see anything wrong with these old movies but me? But anyways, there's some other things too. That movie with Tom Kenny and Pauly Shore is actually a really good movie in my opinion. The one that Tom Kenny voices Geppetto and hold on. Okay. But yeah, the one, like in my opinion that's actually a cute movie. And the reason, the way that Pinocchio becomes a real boy in that one is because he saves his crush Bella from the fire. And yes, I understand if you're used to seeing him be a little kid, you probably don't like seeing him be a grown adult. But to be honest, I like him or a teenager. I think he seems more adult like in Buratino's Return. But to be honest, I like it. I like the ones where they don't portray him as a little kid. I like it better when he's more grown up, like in Buratino's Return, and also in that one with Pauly Shore and Tom Kenny. And yes, the voice acting is not really that good for Pauly Shore's half, but like I think some of the voice actors in that one did a decent job, especially Tom Kenny. Like literally, he was meant for the role as Geppetto. Like literally, it fits him so well. Why are people hating on that? Like, also, who does not love Tom Kenny? Like, the voice of SpongeBob. That's the voice of SpongeBob. I kind of like it when he did Cat Dog too. A lot of people don't really think about Cat Dog that much. Like, for some reason, I don't hear a lot of people talk about Cat Dog, but he was really good in Cat Dog. Nobody really remembers that one though. But like, or Camp Lazlo, that's another one that people forget he was in. But like, his voice roles, to be honest, now that he's older, he's more fit for like characters like Geppetto and Ice King and Lumpus from Camp Lazlo than he is for SpongeBob now. Even though SpongeBob is still his most iconic role. Tom Kenny, if you're watching this, still keep on doing SpongeBob because we love you as SpongeBob still. Like, I doubt Tom Kenny would be watching my gaming video talking about my opinions on the different Pinocchio movies. Also, I made Malvina in this dress up game from that Buratino's Return movie. And I think she looks really cute. I want to take a screenshot. I don't know if I can when I'm recording, but I did. And yes. Anyways, I gotta play that Barbie doll song. They're actually called the Glamushkas in the movie. And I gotta play that song because it's so iconic. Like literally that I'm not gonna sit here and sing it, but like they sing in Russian, but if there was an English dub, I really want to be one of the glamushkas, to be honest. Like one of the background singers is the glamushkas. Or I could voice Piero. That would be so fun in the English dub. Like he was a really fun character. I also know that there's this other like live action version with Buratino and Malvina and Piero, but it was also old, but like it wasn't as old. It's there's a big difference between like 1940s and like 1970s and 80s. Like there's a big difference. And I feel like something from Russia is going to be a little bit more different than something from the US. The only like really old movie from like the 70s that I like is Raggedy Ann and Andy Musical Adventure because it's more ahead of its time. And for Disney, I think Aristocats was like from the 70s. It was pretty good, but like I still prefer Raggedy Ann. I just don't really like old stuff in general, like old vintage stuff, old vintage movies. Kiki's Delivery Service is pretty good though. Kiki's Delivery Service came out in 1989, but like the guy who wrote it was pro women. He didn't hate women like most men thought back then. So like I heard a really loud noise. I hope everything's okay. But yeah, that for my conclusion, thank you for listening to my opinion.